Good morning, Huygens. Today we're going to discuss about projectile motion under kinematics. We're going to have a recall and review on some of the concepts. At the same time, we have here some examples of the problem for you to be familiar to those formula again and for us to apply those formula to some of the easy problems we have here. Okay, so as a review, when we say projectile motion, those are the motion in which an object is thrown near the Earth's surface and it moves along the curved path under the action of gravity only. Again, subject to only the acceleration of gravity. We also discuss some of the terms such as projectile, which is the object, and trajectory, which is the path. Now, before, in kinematics, we only discuss one-dimensional. When we say one-dimensional kinematics, just is as simple as one-dimensional type of projectile motion, wherein we don't discuss horizontal movements. But here in projectile motion, we consider this as two-dimensional motion. So meaning to say, we have components. We have horizontal and vertical movements. We also discuss some of the conditions wherein, uh, for example, we don't consider the spherical characteristic of the Earth, and also, again, air resistance is always negligible. Okay, what else? We also discuss some of the formulas that you may encounter on different kinds of trajectory. So we're going to discuss those. So we have three types, type A, type B, and type C. We're going to discuss first type A, and let's have a recall of the formula that we discussed. So I will not discuss anymore kung paano to nakuha because I believe that you already know that. So for height, for you to get the height, okay, h is equal to 1 half 80 squared. Also, for you to get the range, just get the x component of the velocity, vxt. What else? The vy final velocity of byo plus ayt. And then, in case of for you to get the resultant velocity, take note this one is pwede nating magamit sa lahat ng trajectory type. Because this one, napakadali lang, the Pythagorean theorem. So we have vx squared plus vy squared. And then if square root, and then if we are to get the angle, just reverse tangent, then by over bx. Again, the resultant velocity formula will apply to all type of trajectory. Okay. And we use negative 9.81 meter per second squared. We use negative because we use positive here or plus operation. If some of the resources, kung nakakakita kayo ng negative to or minus to, meaning to say, ang ginamit kasi nilang A is positive. But because we are going to fix with the general convention na kapag pababa, laging negative dapat. Okay, what else for you to remember? If we have VO here, VOY will always be 0 at the beginning. And then, we all know that the VY always change. Diba may pinakita akong picture last time. Nag-change lagi ang VY. So, if VY changes, meaning to say, meron nga tayong AY, which is yung AY will always be equal to G itself. How about AX? If you need to get AX. Since alam natin na yung X component ay hindi nagbabago. So, meaning to say, yung AX natin will be 0. Kasi constant lang ang kanyang BX. Okay, now let's move on to the type B from ground to ground. Ito yung pinaka-common na type natin, actually. Okay, so we have h or height here, then the r range. Here yung nakikita nyo yung x dyan. Ibig sabihin, yan yung distance in a particular time. Any variables will do. Okay. So what are the formulas that you must remember here? So let's say you are to get the different time. So ano magawin ko tong A, B, and C again na section. So, halimbawa yung time ng A to B lang yung kukunin ko. So, ang formula natin ay V sin theta over G. Obviously, if pinapahanap ay A to C yung kabuuan, you're just going to multiply by 2. Kasi alam natin na ito ay parabolic. So, equal lang yung distance or yung time na nag-take pataas at sa pababa. Okay, in terms of height, the maximum height o yung pinaka nasa peak niya, so b squared sine theta squared plus over 2g. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung v sine theta, that is the y component. So, pwede natin siyang isulat na vy component over 2g. Okay, in terms of range, you can get the range by means of b squared sine 2 multiply by the angle and then over g. So, ito pong range na ito ay kalimitang ginagamit po talaga sa type B trajectory natin. Okay. And again, the resultant velocity, pwede natin gamitin yung Pythagorean and the angle, which is the inverse tangent. Next, let's have the trajectory type C. So, meron din siyang initial height from Ry and then saka parang magkakaroon ng angle. So, itong H max, pwede yang maging Y max on any kind of resources. So, for you to get the time, you can get the time by, halimbawa yung A to B natin, which is ito. So, V sine theta over G. How about the B to C? You can get it by getting the Y max, multiply natin sa 2, and then over G, then is square root. Ano po yung Y max? So, kapag halimbawa meron ka dyang 60, syempre hahanapin mo to. Yung taas ni, from yung level nitong cannon to the max height or to the sa peak. So, pwede nating magamit yung formula nung sa type B. So, kung meron ka ditong time ni A at to B, then B to C, if you are asked to get the total time, you're just going to add those formula. Okay? And for range, again, Vxt. So, yung Vx naman, you can write it as B cosine theta because that is our x component. Okay, how about the... Okay, you can also get the YF in terms na meron ka dyang time. Halimbawa, this one, yung YF natin, and then yung YO plus PY 2T plus 1 half G the square. So, ito na naman tayo sa formula yun to. Katulad lang naman din yan ng dati. Ano? And again, so, sum yung ginagamit natin dito kasi negative 9.81 yung ginagamit natin. Okay, so please take note of those formulas na pwede nating magamit for our sample problems. Enough for that. Let's have the given... Okay, wait a minute, guys. Siya makita. Okay. A ball roll horizontally off a cliff at 20 meter per second. It takes 10 seconds for it to hit the ground. Calculate the height of the cliff and the horizontal distance traveled by the ball. So, the most important fact to remember here is that motions along perpendicular axes are independent, meaning to say, you can analyze them separately. Okay, so for you to solve this problem or any kind of problem, again, lagi kong sinasabi is for you to write the given para hindi tayo nalilito. And diagram. Susulat natin or drawing natin. So we have here a cliff. Then meron tayong graph. And then yung ball natin. This is a type A. Then we have the height. And ang ating velocity 20 meter per second. Yung time is 10 seconds. So for us to get the height, balikan natin yung ating formula kanina. Yung formula natin to get the height is h is equal to 1/2 8 squared. So for that, you're just going to plug in 1/2. So this one, common sense naman na to, kahit hindi na natin ilagay yung negative 81. Since ang hinahanap natin is height. Alam naman natin na kahit anong, ang mapapakita kasi dito, displacement, kung gagamitin natin negative. Pero at the end of the day, at the end of this solution naman, di ba, we are aiming for a positive value because we have a height. And then 10 seconds squared. Then when you input to the calculator, you will get 490.5 meter. Okay. How about and the horizontal distance of traveled by the ball? So obviously, you're just going to get the range. So for you to get the range, bxt, and then R natin, since wala namang given na angle dyan, and again, wala naman talaga magiging angle dyan, kasi nagsimula siya dito, and diretso na siyang baba. So, yung Vx mo, or the initial velocity will be 20, multiply mo lang yan sa 10. So, the range will be 200 meters. Okay, simple as that. Pluggings of values. Next, let's have a ball is kicked horizontally from the roof of the building that is 300 meter tall and lands about 400 meter from the base of the building. Calculate the initial speed, the final speed before it hits the ground. So let's draw. Same lang din, type A ito. From the roof kasi. Kunwari roof to. And then ito yung ground natin. So we have a given which is 300 meter daw ang taas ng roof, and the given range is hindi lang masyadong accurate, dapat mas mahaba itong 400 meter. Okay, the given. So meron lang tayong height and range na given. So ang pinapahanap is calculate the initial speed. Pwede natin magamit na formula is ito, diba? Yung range is equal to Vxt. Kasi meron tayong range which is 400. Pero, I'm sorry, wala pala tayong velocity here. Gagamitin pala natin ay purahin ko lang. Okay, so we will use this formula. Pero again, ang pinapahanap kasi sa atin ay initial speed. So, wala tayong Vx kasi yun nga hinahanap, and then time, pero meron naman tayong range. So, ang kailangan natin makuha is time muna para makuha natin yung Vx. So, ano ba yung formula na may time? So, pwede natin gamitin itong h is equal to 1/2 80 squared, wherein meron tayong height which is 300, then plug in negative 9.81 multiply by the time na nawawala. So, pwede nyo itong direct na lang sa calcu, pag tinype nyo, tapos gamitin nyo yung x variable, and then shift solve, lalabas na yan agad. So, lagay ko lang yung solutions niyan. So, magiging negative 4.91 t squared, divide both sides by negative 4.91. So, here, pwede na nating i-disregards yung sign naman kasi square root natin siya. So, magiging invalid yung magiging sagot siya. So, yung t squared ay equal to 61.12. Pag in-squared natin yan, square root, the time will be 7.82 seconds. So, time pa lang to. Pero, ito na yung gagamitin natin sa r is equal to Vx. So, meron tayong range which is 400. And then, yung Vx na nga yung hinahanap natin. Then, plug in natin yung ating time, which is 7.82 seconds. Then, divide both sides by 7.82. And we will have Vx, or the initial speed, which is 51.15 meter per second. So, merong mga, well, obviously, meron talaga mga bagay na dapat hanapin muna yung iba bago siya makuha. Okay, next let's have B. That is the final speed of the ball just before it hits the ground. So, pwede natin gamitin yung ating original kinematics formula, which is Bf is equal to Bo plus 80. Final velocity, yung Bo natin is this one, 51.15 plus negative 9.81. Then, our time, same lang nung hinanap natin kanina, 7.82. Then, the final velocity will be, yes, it will be negative. So, habang bumababa si velocity, yes, it is in downwards direction. That's why it is negative. Okay, next let's have next problem, which is a ball is kicked at a speed of 40 meter per second at ang angle of 30 degrees. Calculate the horizontal and vertical velocity and acceleration components. So, ito yung mga symbols niyan. When the ball was kicked and when it reaches its maximum height. So, for us to solve this one, maganda magawa tayo dito ng ating tables para hindi tayo naman ito. So, ang hinahanap dyan is when the ball was kicked daw. And then, in max height. So, pinapahanap dyan, ano ba yung magiging Bx niya, yung By, Ax, and Ay. So, drawing natin siya. So, this one is a type B. Naman, from ground to ground. So, we have a pole, and then sinipa. Then, pumunta din siya sa ground na to. So, ang ating initial velocity is 40 meter per second. Ang angle natin is 30 degree. So, for this kind of projectile, again, if we have a velocity here, yung lahat ng pataas ay, obviously, this side, hanggang dito sa peak is increasing. Then, pag pababa na siya, that will be decreasing. Okay, since we are just need to get the components, so Bx and By ay madali lang. Diba? Ang pinakauna natin itong tutunang formula, Vx, for you to get is B cosine theta, and then in By is B cosine theta. Oh, sorry. This will be sine. So plug-ins, we have 40 cos 30. The Vx is 34.64 meter per second. And then yung Vy naman natin is 40 sine 30. So ang Vy will be 20 meter per second. So lagay lang natin, when the ball was kicked, yung Vx na daw is 34.64 meter per second. But how about in maximum height? Sabi natin kanina na hindi magbabago si Vx because that will always be constant. So same lang yung kanyang Vx, 34.64 meter per second. But how about the AX, since sabi natin na hindi nagbabago siya. So obviously alam mo na yung AX will be 0. When the ball was kicked and to the max height, kasi hindi naman siya nagbabago. How about By? Ang By natin yung when the ball was kicked, that is the 20 meter per second. So just write it down. But how about in max height? So kung nagsimula yan ng 20 meter per second, pag nasa max height siya, diba, that will be 0. Yes. Pero pag nandito na siya, so katapatan lang naman yan, so magiging negative 20. Okay, how about the AY? So pwede bang 0 din dito? No, hindi siya 0 kasi nagbabago ang Y. And again, that is negative 9.81 meter per second squared. Because along the vertical components. Okay. So, please take note of those concepts kasi dyan pa lang sa problem na yan, malalaman mo na yung concepts. Next, let's have a ball is kicked off the ground at 40 meter per second at an angle of 60 degrees. Find the maximum height, calculate time it takes to hit the ground, and determine the range of the ball. Okay, drawing uli natin siya. So, we have the type P. Ang ating initial velocity is 40 meter per second and our angle is 60 degree. So, find the maximum height. So, for us to get the maximum height, ang gagamitin natin ay P squared sine squared theta over 2G. H natin, so plug-ins, that is 40 squared sine squared 60. And 2 times negative 9.81. Pwedeng i-disregard yung time and yung negative since we are talking about height. Pero kung ang tinanong naman niya is, what is the displacement? So you can put the negative. 61.16 meter. Okay, next, let's have B. Calculate the time it takes to hit the ground. So, to get the time, so just use this one. T is equal to 2V sine theta over G. Then, plug-ins. 2 multiplied by 40, then sine 60, negative 9.81. Since we are pertaining to time, pwedeng i-disregard yung negative. Magiging siyang negative 7.06. Since time, gawin natin siyang positive 7.06 seconds. How about C? Determine the range. Since trajectory type B siya, meron tayong special formula to get the range. So, be 2 sine multiplied by 2 theta over G. Plug-ins 40 squared sine. Okay, that will be 2 multiplied by 60, 120. negative 9.81, since range lang din yan. And distance ang hinahanap, so gawin na natin siyang positive 141.25 meters. So please double check kung tama ba ito, baka kasi mamaya ay may mga mali din ako. Siyempre nagkakamali din. Baka na mali ako ng type. Okay, so those are examples and the solutions. Next, let's have the last problem. This will be the last problem. Okay. Kilauea in Hawaii ejects red hot rocks and lava. Suppose a large rock is ejected from the volcano with a speed of 25 meters per second at an angle of 35. The rock strikes the side of the volcano at an altitude 20 meters lower than its starting point. So, calculate the time it takes the rock to follow this path, and what are the magnitude and direction of the rock's velocity at impact. We already have here the diagram. We have 35-degree angle, then the VO, initial velocity is 25 meters per second. And then, since it states that lower than its starting point, or the given height naman to, ang ibig lang sabihin ng negative 20 is that direction niya is pababa. Ang nilagay na kasi talaga dito is the displacement itself. Now, calculate the time it takes. So, let's have number 1. And letter A. So, we can get letter A by using this formula, yung YF natin. Is equal to Y0 plus BOYT plus 1/2 GT squared. So, since we have here initial velocity natin dito, the y pwede natin itong gawin. Initial y will be 0. And then, let's put it. So, yung yf, lagyan natin ng 20. Negative 20. Then, yung voy natin will be 25. Okay, voy will be the y components. Lagay ko na dito. BOY will be V sine theta. So, if we put 25 sine 35 angle, the VOY will be 14.34 meter per second. Kunin na rin natin yung x component since magagamit pa natin siya mamaya. So, instead of sine, we're going to use cosine, which is 25 cosine 35. That will be para mali yata ako ng 14.34. Okay, tama. We have 20.48 meter per second. Tell me if I'm wrong ha, baka mamaya nagkakamali na ako ng tingin. Okay, so we have the x and y components. So yung VOY natin is 14.34 multiply the time, pero time yung hinahanap natin, so leave it as the variable. 1/2 negative 9.81 then t squared. Then kung mapapansin nyo, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng quadratic formula. Rewrite ko lang na maganda-ganda. 14.34t then minus 4.91t squared. Write natin in a correct and proper way of quadratic. So, lilipat ko lang ha. 4.91t squared then minus 4.34t then minus 20 is equal to 0. And again, madali lang naman yan sa calcu. Gamitin lang natin I mode and then equation and then piliin nyo yung number 3 kasi yun yung quadratic equation. Tapos lalabas na yung dalawang value niya ng time. So of course, yung gagamitin natin is kung ano yung positive na lumabas. So ang time niya is 3.95 seconds. Tama po ba? Makikitry ako sa inyong mga calculator. Next, let's have B. Ang pinapahanap naman ni B ay what are the magnitude and direction of the rock's velocity at impact. So, when we say magnitude and direction, ibig sabihin na kukunin natin dito ay yung resultant. Diba? Ang resultant lang naman will be Pythagorean theorem. So, gawin na natin siya. Okay. So, Pythagorean lang siya. So, bx squared plus by squared then square root. Pwede natin ilagay sa Vx is this one, which is 20.48 squared. But question, how about Vy? Are we going to use the 14.34 in Vy? No, because we are to get the resultant. So, meaning to say, di ba yung By natin, hindi naman siya constant. Since 20.48 ay Vx, hindi siya nagbabago. So, hanggang sa final Vx niya, yun pa rin siya. Eh, yung Vy, nagbabago siya. Eh, itong Vy na nakuha natin na 14.34, that will be the initial. So, kailangan natin kunin muna yung final na Vy. So, for you to get that, that is the original kinematics formula only. Vy is equal to Boy plus GT. For you to get that, okay, lagay lang natin yung 14.34 plus negative 9.81. Tapos lagay natin yung total time niya bago mag-land hanggang sa makaland. So, 3.95. So, By is negative 24.41. Tama naman kasi since pababa siya, negative ang magiging sagot dyan. Okay. There we are. So, ito yung gagamitin natin dito. Negative 24.41 squared and then square root natin. Ito. I hope na intindihan po yung sulat ko na medyo pangit talaga yung sulat. But I hope you can understand it. Okay, V, when you put it on the calculator, the resultant or the magnitude is 31.86 meter per second. And hinahanap yung direction, so kailangan mo ng angle. So for you to get the angle, simple as inverse tangent Vy over Vx. Check ko lang din ito. Hindi ko pa pala siya nakukuha. Wait, guys. So we have inverse tangent 24.41 over 20.48. The answer will be, so absolute value na lang natin ha for us to get the reference angle. So, inverse tangent, which is Vy is 24.41 over 20.48, that will lead you to 50 degree. Okay, so those are examples of problems na pwede nating ma-encounter sa ating projectile motion. So, ang pinaka-importante lang naman talaga dyan is alam nyo yung formulas and then kung ano yung mga values na binibigay sa given. Kasi baka mamaya hindi nyo alam na, ay ito pala yung initial velocity or that is the range. And then, siguro kung magkakamali na lang kayo dyan is kung baka magamit nga natin is minus. Pwede naman talaga yung minus dun sa formula. But you will use the positive 9.81. Pero since magpo-focus tayo sa convention which is negative 9.81, gawin na lang nating sum yung mga formula natin para hindi nakakalito. Okay, so that's all for our sample problems in projectile motion. Pero ilulusot ko lang or gawin ko lang pasada dito sa examples natin or the given questions in the quiz kasi may nagtanong sa akin kung pwede daw ma-explain to, which is good naman kasi baka mamaya meron talaga na meron panlito pa dito. Okay, at kung paano gagawin. This is a one-dimensional kinematics dito yung mga gagamitin natin is yung mga burst, as in yung wala masyadong variables. Unlike dito unlike dun sa projectile naman ng mga BOY, BOX, this one napaka-plain lang naman niya. And very good doon sa nagtanong sa akin kasi gusto niya talagang mag-aral for the quiz. And again, sabi ko nga, maganda na pag-aralan niyo yung dalawang quiz. Kasi possible na baka may na-recycle na questions doon. Okay na for that. So you are designing an airport for small planes. One kind of airplane that might use this airfield must reach the speed of at least 27.8 meter per second and can accelerate at 2 meter per second squared. If the runway is 150 meter long, what is the speed of the airplane at the end of the runway? So for us to get the speed of the airplane at the end of the runway, let's have the given. So, ito pong 27.8 meter per second, that is the required final velocity bago mag-take off. And then we have acceleration which is 2 meter per second squared. Then we also have a distance which is 150 meter. That's all. So, ang tinatanong dyan is the speed of the airplane at the end of the runway. Meaning to say, ang hinahanap natin is final velocity. So, we're not going to use this one. Yan yung mga givens na pabalaklak lang, tapos hindi naman gagawin. Akala kasi kailangan gamitin lahat. Hindi naman. Kasi may mga problems talaga na no need to use all the givens. Pero mamaya magagamit natin siya for some questions. So, for you to get the VF, we have this formula, tanda pa, VF squared, VO squared plus 2AD. Then, yung initial velocity naman natin from, syempre nakatigil yung airplane, so that will be 0. Then, yung VF, equate lang natin to, then put the values, 2 meter per second, then 150 meter. So, ano ka? Squared pa nga pala to. Wait, okay. It's S squared. Yan. Next, let's have the VF squared. $600. Okay, then squared both sides are velocity. Final velocity will be 24.5 meter per second. So, this is the answer. Kuha po. Okay. No need to use 27.8 ha. Baka feeling ko marami nagkamali dito kasi baka yung initial velocity yung hinanap tapos nilagay si 27.8. Yung isang equation yung ginamit. Yung may time. I don't know. Pero marami nagkamali dito eh. Okay, next, you are designing an airport. Same pa rin ang question, same pa rin yung given. Pero ang tanong is, if the runway is 150 meter long, can the airplane reach the proper speed of takeoff? Diba ang nakuha nating final velocity ni airplane sa kasamaang palad ay 24.5 meter per second. Pero yung required VF kasi is 27.8 meter per second. So, for you to confirm, makikita naman natin na the required VF is greater than dun sa nakuha niya lang na final velocity. So, obviously, ay hindi siya lipad o makaka-take off. Pero ano nga yung reason? Ang reason is because since the runway is not enough for the flight. Paano natin nasabi? Kasi alam natin yung formula na VF squared is equal to VO squared plus 2AD. Yung VF squared naman is directly proportional dun sa distance. So, kapag tinataasan ko yung distance, obviously, tataas din si final velocity. That's why we need to increase the distance of the runway for us to increase the final velocity at ma-hit natin yung 27.8. Okay? So, that will lead to the last question is ano daw kaya yung minimum length of the runway na kailangan para makalipad si airplane. So, gamitin lang natin uli yung kanina natin equation. Bf squared is equal to Vo squared plus 2AD. Vf squared will be 27.8 because this is the standard final velocity. Gusto nga natin siyang ma-hit. So, para malaman natin kung ano yung distance na kailangan niya. Bf will be 0 again. Then, 2 multiplied by, again, acceleration is 2. Then, the distance. Okay, then divide both sides by 4. Auto-cancel lang ha. And then square root. Square. Huwag mong kakalimutan. So, when you put to calculator, you will get T is equal to 193.21 meter. Kung saan na lang daw ay 193.1, ay napakalayo naman, di ba? Kanina 150 meter lang. Yung pala, kailangan niya pa ng almost 43 meters para makapag-take off si airplane. So, obviously, 193.21 ang sagot. Okay, so those, review lang naman to nung one-dimensional kinematics. But please do review for some concepts in projectile motion and kung paano ba ginagamit yung mga formula na yun. So, if you have questions, just PM me. And don't worry, I'm going to review pa naman, especially dun sa mga mag-exam. Thank you so much and have a nice day, everyone.